Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and this here is chapstick. It is Vanilla Mint. I picked it at random. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If you haven't been here before, I call this TC10 the crazy explanation of YouTube. The crazy just enjoying the videos that you do, and if you don't do videos, enjoying the channels that you watch. Just enjoying your time here on YouTube. And I forgot I didn't do my brows. The concept of the crazy troll nation is we just did the crazy part. Yes, I'm out of it today. So that's the crazy part. When I'm not feeling well, I still do videos. I know. The troll part, since we already talked about the crazy part, the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Wear what you want to wear, using whatever tool you want to apply it with, and getting your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. That's the troll part, because people will tell you, you should do this, you should use that. You should do it this way. How about you try this next time? Oh, the look is pretty, but I would love if you did such and such. You do what you want to do. Wear whatever you want to wear, however you want to wear it, and just rock it. So if people want to think, you know, you're not acceptable or you're not put together, it's what you think about yourself that matters most. You know what I'm saying? So I put a spin on the word troll. Do what you want and just rock it. And know that you are the bomb, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Here also, at the Crazy Troll Nation, beneath all of that, is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but not feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That is what the Crazy Troll Nation is about. All of those things I just explained to you. I hope that it resonates with you. I hope that you enjoy this video. Oh, I need to tell you, if you're new here, I do curse sometimes in videos because I curse sometimes, period. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So try not to be alarmed at whatever may come out of my mouth. So yeah, dryer's done, and I do have another load in the wash. So today, if this video is not too long, we're going to do two different looks. I already did a pairing with Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction and Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction, and we're going to pair Bronze Seduction with number 11 Sunlit Seduction. And we're also going to pair Moonlit Seduction with Sunlit Seduction. So I am kind of glad we already did one pairing. So now I just got the two videos to do versus 3. And as soon as I finish putting my brows on separate continents, I will show you what they both look like. Both of these palettes look like. You've seen them already. If you've been here through my month of McGrath, you've seen the Motherships I have. You've seen what I've done with them. You've seen pairings. And even though month of McGrath is over, here I am pairing again, which is something I normally haven't done until I did part 2 of Month of McGrath. And I must say, it is enjoyable. It's challenging, but enjoyable at the same time, because there's so much more you can do with palettes when you pair them than on their own. But I always want to see what can I do with them on their own before I start to pair them. Because if you have to pair a palette with something else to get a look that you want, just purchase the color story that you want. We're going to leave the brows like this. They are on different continents. This one, the arch is naturally higher, so when I follow it, it's naturally higher, which means it's more space up here than here. But that is okay because we're embracing our natural features. This was the Fenty Brow MVP in deep black. I always want to say dark black, but it's deep black. So this is what Mothership number 5 Bronze Seduction looks like. Let me see if I can hold this up. And this is number 11 Sunlit Seduction. So this is what we're working with. Yeah, I wrote something out, of course. What it's going to look like, I don't know. We will finish the face later, and we're going to edit all of that out. I am anticipating fallout because we're going to be using Blitz Flame, this shade. I don't remember if that's fallout or not. Probably, because it's one of the celestial shades. And we're going to be using this one again. So, yeah, we're just going to just do the eyes first. And then put on primer. This is eye primer, Fenty, of course. We're going to do the face primer, foundation. I'm trying to decide whether to just slap on the Fenty or use Pat McGrath, because with Pat McGrath's, I think we will since we're using Mothership's. Pat McGrath foundation, I do put on the Estee Lauder concealer. Pat McGrath's concealer shades did not match me, so that's why I don't use one of those. And so I'm just trying to figure out like how much I want to do, because I am not feeling well. Yeah, so I wasn't going to get into why, but that is irrelevant. We're here for the makeup, right? I think. Well, I know I'm here for the makeup. I'm here to put on makeup, and hopefully you will enjoy this video. So if I do seem out of it or not my usual bubbly, wacky self, it's because I'm not feeling well today. But it doesn't take much to just sit here and put on makeup, especially knowing afterward. I'm going to take the clothes out the dryer, put the clothes in the washer and the dryer, and then I'm going to lay down. So I will say, yo, I just realized I didn't brush my hair. I'm looking in the mirror down here like this is going all kind of ways. Let me... Who does this? Have you ever started a video and realized you didn't brush your hair? I did brush it earlier, but a lot has happened today already. And and when I'm watching TV, sometimes I'm just, you know, rubbing my scalp and all of that. And so that's why it be looking, and it probably still looks the same. I do need to cut it again. I'm going to cut it in a couple days because this little cluster right here is looking thick, because when it's short, it doesn't look thick. But anyway, y'all like, thick hair, girl, you ain't hardly got no hair. I know. So, excuse me for being all up in your girl, putting my brush back. Okay, eyes are primed. We got brushes out. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take Vermilion, Extreme Vermilion Dusk. And this is going to go on the innermost, y'all, I don't know what this is going to look like, because this is kind of a cool tone neutral palette, and Sunlit Seduction is like a warm tone neutral palette. So I don't know what it's going to look like. So innermost, and the outermost corners are where this shade is going to go. So yes, we're going to do a halo eye, or we're going to attempt to do one, because mine's don't, it just is what it is. So, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to attempt to do, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to bridge it. I usually don't like it when I bridge it. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, and I think it's whatever color I put in my transition, because I have all this puffiness, and so if this is too dark, to me it just looks weird. So we're going to see. This brush is not a dense brush, and that's why I use it. I wanted these shadows to be a little forgiving, because I really don't know what this look is going to look like. I don't practice looks. I sit and look at the palettes and be like, okay, put this here, put this there, and in theory it looks good. But my perception of color sometimes is different than other people's. And so when I start to apply it, either it's just really different than how it looked to me in the pan, or just the combination doesn't work. The color combination doesn't work. And I'm having trouble getting close to my lash line over here. So I dipped the tip in. We're going to try and get close to the lash line, even though we do have a shade we're going to put here, and we're going to put liner on later. So that may cover some of that. And I realize this is why I don't use this brush often, because it is challenging to get to the lash line when I'm putting the outer corner, but then I just have to use the tip of it and make sure I put shadow there. So, you know, we just plan looks and hope for the best, and these shapes are different. All right, we're going to put that brush down. I'm going to take a clean one that looks just like it, and we're going to take Extreme Aubergine, this shade here. I think there's a shadow or something, probably. I'm wondering if, going back to the first brush, I'm going to pull this over just a little bit. It always starts out, halo eyes to me always start out looking jacked up. And I know most people start, I don't know, do most people start with the center shade first? I don't know. But y'all know I just do whatever over here. And this is going to go inside that first shade. So there and here. And I know it's looking patchy because I didn't tap in hard. And I don't know if you've noticed, But this is a fresh one. Look at this. This is a fresh Bronze Seduction. Fresh out the box. So yeah, this is looking patchy right in here. So I'm tapping in, not tapping off. That's gonna put the tip, get near the lash line. I don't know why that's looking like that. So no bragging that this is fresh because it's doing it over here too. Did I not put primer in that spot? Because it's on both sides where it's looking patchy. Interesting. Trust the process, Dion. Trust the process. And I never take the darkest shade all the way out and all the way in. I put it inside the second darkest, because when I was doing the darkest all the way in and all the way out, I didn't like how that looked for my eye shape. And I know most people do put the darkest all the way in and all the way out, but you know, you find what you like for you, and sometimes it may be different than what most other people are doing. It's not looking patchy still. This is the first brush we use, so we're just tapping where the two meet. I think it looks better. This looks weird. This is the brush still with Extreme Aubergine, and we're using the tip of the brush, and we're just going to lightly just buff right here as much as we can with that tacky primer. And that's looking patchy. So we're going to press the flat part of the brush. What's happening? I'm questioning if I put primer on. Like, I did just put primer on. And I don't have a shade for transition, but we may tap something up there. This is not looking right. I'm really wondering right now if I should not even upload this video, because I'm not feeling well. And usually when I'm not feeling well and I do videos, they usually don't come out well. We're going back to the first shade. This is the Bronze Seduction brush. This is the brush with the first shade from Sunlit Seduction. And I've learned before that when I do videos and I don't look right, the video just does not come out right. Like this is not how these shades have been performing. There is clearly like a line right here, and that is jacked up. All right, we're gonna keep going, and then we're gonna see if this video is more busted even for me. You will never see it. We're gonna see Blitz. We're not gonna see. We're gonna take Blitz Flame, and we're gonna put this inside. I don't know why. I'm looking at this like trying to figure out if there's something wrong with it. You can tell where the brush was in it, but I'm wondering if, I don't know, like this is not looking right to me. We're going to take Blitz Flame and we're going to put that inside here and inside here on both sides. I'm wondering how old this palette is, to be honest with you. I've never had issues with any shade in here being patchy, ever. And this is a fresh one. Like, I just opened it. And the POA is 12 months, meaning it should be good for at least 12 months after you open it. So I'm wondering, like, why are you patchy already? I brung that too far over. So we're going to take that brush that had that shade. We're going to tap back in. Yeah, Extreme Aubergine, and put this down near the lash line. And it could be the brush, because I was just saying how I normally don't use this brush. Well, I haven't been for a while. This is unacceptable. I don't know. Let me know if it looks as bad to you as it does to me. This is still Blitz Flame that we're putting here. And we are overlapping. I don't want to overlap too much because this shade will take over. And I want to still have like the gradient of the other colors. At the same time though, this needs to be blended in between here. So we're going to lightly feather this brush with Blitz Flame on it where those two are meeting. I'm not liking this look. I'm really thinking of scrapping it, and I very seldom scrap a look. And these are both Oh, Bronze Seduction is a lovely palette. Sunlit Seduction is pretty. Yeah, I'm struggling. And it's because I should be laying down. I shouldn't even be doing laundry today. I had a massage client today, and that always flares my lower back pain. But other than that, I had other issues going on today. And I should really just be laying down. Like this side is looking better. We're going back and forth where the two meet over here. It's definitely different. It looks like more Blitz Flame on this side, but we're going to leave it. We're going to take the top of the brush and just blend right here and go back and forth right there. We're going to take another brush just like that one, but clean, and we're going to take Astral Gilded Aura, this shade right here. This is going to go in the center. Oh, this one, chunky. It just put a huge dip in that pan. This is why I didn't do my base face, even though I could have just added more primer and more foundation. I feel it falling out on my face. So we're just pressing this, a press and a slight drag over. Oh, I actually like this. I want to sweep, but I don't, because then it's going to just increase fallout. So now we're pressing and swiping. Trying to think of how I feel about it. I'm just tapping into what I tapped off, because this is flaky. This is flaky, and you hear me tapping it. So we're going to start here, press and slight pull. I do like the shade in between Blitz Flame. I actually do. So that part is nice, but this over here, something ain't right. I'm patting it in. I like how that part is looking. And also I realized that when I do halo eyes, my halo is more wide than other eye shapes I see, but I have like all this puffy space going on, because usually halo, it's just like a little strip down the middle. But this is what we got. So I'm going to, I do like how those two look together. This right here though, Extreme Aubergine, I'm gonna have to see next time I use it if it's still gonna look patchy. I want to do something up here, but I really don't know what to do up there because I don't want it to be dark. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a blending brush, and this was not in my notes to do. We're going to take this shade here, which is Entrapment, and we're going to tap straight into it, and we're going to tap off, and we're going to just tap that here in this negative space. And hopefully that'll do what I wanted to do, because I really didn't want to put color here. I am really interested in the Pat Primer. I've seen some videos and it seems promising. We are going to go back and forth here and right here. And it seems to hold up pretty well. It seems to hold the shadow pretty well, even throughout the day. It is clear. I was watching Daphne's video, and she did a wear test with it, and unlike the Fenty primer, which does have a tint to it, the Pat one is clear, and she did say it is clear. And she did say, was it her or someone else, that it has a slight tackiness to it, and we're just pressing here as well. And so I am really curious about it, so I'll get that in a couple months to try it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We're going to take a brown NYX retractable eyeliner, and we're going to put this underneath. I don't even think I'm going to do, I was going to say mascara, but I think I am. I really shouldn't be here, but thank you for being here. I have videos planned out to do, and when I don't do them, it just like shifts my whole calendar, which is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to do my inner rims. That's what I was going to say, because I was going to do them. But I'm not, and I do kind of really want to. I do have fallout on my face. I can feel it. Because my face is itching in certain places. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take, oh, a messy one. We're going to take Blitz Crimson Ecstasy, and that's going to go on the center of our lid, which is backward, but I think it'll add some dimension to the look, even though the inner and outer corners are dark, because most people, they put this shade down here, but y'all know I want to do something different. So we're going to just press this right here and hope it shows up. I'm not swiping lightly, oh boy, because I don't want it to get into my eyes, but what's happening is it's getting into the crease. And I probably should have did my foundation and concealer before this, but we're here now, so we're going to just keep on going. So we're pressing this, the center of our lower lash line. Yeah, it's like just going down into my wrinkles. That's what happens when you have wrinkles, like stuff goes in there. So that's there. I do like the look though, because it makes it look vampy over that brown. We're going to put that brush down. Yep, got some in my eye. And we're going to take Disobedient, this shade here from Bronze Seduction. And we're going to put that over here and in here. So that's where that shade is going. I do think this is pulling the look together. I do, even though I just gouged that shadow. Even though it's not the typical halo eye, but it's what I do typical anyway on here. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I do like that, so much so that I'm going to take some more of that shade. I'm tapping on because it's flaky. If this was going all the way across the lid, I wouldn't. But we're going to press this here because I like how it's making it look vampy. And I came out too wide over here. I like this. Yeah, I think this is making the look different. I gotta tap off a lot though. I want to say something about, I kind of said it in my 5 look video, that if you want variety out of Mothership 11, you're going to have to do something different than you normally do, whether it's your shadow placement, your technique, something. And I was thinking of a saying that I've heard quite a bit over the years. If you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. If you want something different, you got to do something different. And so I know some people are disappointed in this palette. You know, they've done 1 look or 2 looks and they're saying there's no versatility, or they're just doing like the basic, you know, ethereal looks. But if you want something different, you got to change up something that you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not saying I'm pro Mothership 11, because y'all know, just looking at it, this is not my preferred aesthetic. But when you look back over the looks I've done, I'm just proud. Yes, I'm going to say it. I'm proud of myself that I've done so many different looks with this palette, considering it looks like it doesn't have versatility. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take the brush that we used for our transition shade. And yeah, we are going to tap in lightly because I want some more up here. But without adding more, we're just going to sweep under here. So keep that in mind. Like if you're just, you know, 1 look in or 2 looks in and you're not liking it, think about why. Because you're doing the same thing you've always done, so you're going to always get what you always got. You got to just switch it up, or just don't. I do think this is too much negative space up here, and I don't know what to do about it. Part of me thinks to take Blitz Flame. Let's do that. I'm just really just doing stuff right now. So we're going to take Blitz Flame, this shade right here, and I'm using this brush because it's tapered. This is a baked shadow, so it's not a lot of fallout with it. And we are going to bridge it, but we're going to come up a little bit higher than, oh, that's pretty, than I normally would. I like these 2 shades together. So Blitz Flame is from Bronze Seduction, and Astral Gilded Aura, this is from Sunlit Seduction. So we are bridging it. The only thing I don't like is that line looks sharp. And so we're going to go back with the brush we used for our transition shade. And I don't want to take this too far up, excuse me for smacking, because this is a shiny shade. Not that shiny shades haven't been under my brow or my upper transition area before. I like it because it's different, but it's still just something about it now that I'm not liking it. And normally I don't like when I bridge it. So we're tapping into entrapment, and we're just going to tap along that top edge. I don't think halo eyes are my thing. The only time I like a halo eye on me, like really like it, is if it's monochromatic. But when I do different colors, like colors that are distinctly different, I don't really like, I don't love it. It's just like, yeah, it's different, it's nice, and I like it because it's different. But it's not something I would do again. But then when I do it again, I do it the same. So I like it because it's different. I love the smokiness of the lower lash line. I do love how these two shades play well together. Yeah, so we're going to edit out. I think I'm gonna just do the whole thing since we're here. This is the finished look. So what we put on: pat primer, pat foundation, Estee Lauder for and concealer under eye and this area right here. We powdered down with the Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder, excuse me, and Truly Tawny. We use Bronze Divinity bronzer. We use Paradise Venus blush. We've used Venusian Nude highlighter. We used Hourglass Radiant Light as a finishing powder. Then we sprayed the face with Fenty What It Do mist. Then we put on the eyeliner. This is actually the black one, and I do think it was a good choice. And now that I'm saying this, I forgot to put on mascara. Do I need to put on mascara? I'm not going to put on mascara. I am going to put on mascara. Girl, make up your mind. So as I'm looking at this, I don't understand what this patchiness is that's going on over here. I'm going to blame it on the primer because I am at the end of that primer. And I found that for the Fenty primer, when it gets near the end, it does get more tacky. And it does get harder to blend out sometimes. And even though it felt like it was blending out, I've learned from experience that it doesn't always, and that affects how shadow goes on. Part of me is still wondering how old this palette is, just because it's new to me and it was sitting somewhere unopened. The PAO doesn't start until you open it, but still, things can still go bad depending on how long they've been sitting, wherever they've been sitting. So we'll see next time I use this one how that shade performs. But I admit that I am feeling some kind of way about not knowing why it's doing that. Is it really the primer, or MAC Stack mascara, by the way, in black, or is it really something else going on with that? The gloss, Bronze Venus, we just put it over chapstick. This is what we got. The look did grow on me. I do like the look. I don't know what changed before I edited out. You know what it is? I finished the face, and finishing the face makes a difference. I do actually like the look. I love how these two shades in the middle blend together. I can't speak to the blending of the two outer and inner corner shades because this one is hella patchy. And I just spoke about it, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But I do like the look. I would like for Blitz Flame to be a little more blended up top, but how much can you blend when it's already almost to my brow and it's that bright orange color? You know what I'm saying? So I do think I did the best I could, and I am glad that I did take entrapment up here, and maybe I could blend more of entrapment, but we're going to end this video. Let's just go into it really quick. I don't want to make this video too long because I realize some of my videos are like hella freaking long, and I think those of you who do actually watch the entire video, I do put timestamps for a reason, and I did my base face second so that I can edit that out so this video wouldn't be super long. And plus I know I'm going to come back and do that other pairing, and I'm not going to attach it to this video because that would be super long. I do like this better. It's still not the blend that I want right here, because if I blend, if I'm going, you know, circular motions like now, it's going to disturb that glitter from that center shade. So I do think this is the best I can get it with my skill set, And I do actually really like the look. I'm glad that we did something different yet again, using Bronze Seduction, pairing it with Sunlit Seduction. And so we're going to come back with one more pairing as of right now, and we're going to do Moonlit Seduction with Sunlit Seduction. And that's going to be a little tricky because both of them are kind of on the lighter side, even though Moonlit Seduction does have more, the shades just appear to be a little deeper, like a little less neutral than this one. But we're going to see. So thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts on this look. Let me know what you think is going on over here. This side isn't so bad. And this was my first time using this, and so maybe I just need to dig into it some more. Don't know. But that is it for this video. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts. If you have Bronze Seduction and you have Sunlit Seduction, let me know if you've thought to pair them, and if so, are you excited to get to it? Thank you for being here. Lots of information below, lots of links below. As always, I appreciate you being here, and self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.